G'day and welcome to Aussievision. We're looking at the rehearsals of day 6 today, and we're kind of back to that old kind of concepts of the images and the TikToks, and that's all we've got to go on because we're talking about the Big Five and, of course, host Sweden as well. There's some big entries among them, so it was definitely worth visiting these images and TikToks. And let's go through the order they were actually done in. So let's start with the UK. This looks really good. Like, this looks really good. I love the concept. I love the concept. It goes with the song. It looks good. It works really well to keep everything really tight, because I think what we're noticing this year is a lot of the tight performances are the ones that are looking the best. That stage to swallow people up a little bit. So I love that's really tight on Ollie. Love the outfits. Love the dancers. Love the concept. Love the kind of movement that's happening there. It looks fantastic. They've really brought the staging for this one, because it was like, how are you going to stage this? So I really like it from what I can see so far, which is awesome. The one thing that will be the downside is that it's going to look very music video, and we have seen that punished in the past. There'll be the Sweden we'll talk about later. They come out eventually to the stage. Now, I don't think we've seen anything so far to indicate that. So we're going to have a very tight shot, which can hurt the public vote. But I really think what UK want is a very high jury score because of Ollie's reputation, the quality of the song, this performance, and I think this performance sets itself up to get points. It's all about getting points. So maybe it might get hurt for the public because of that, but we haven't seen it yet, so it might just be that stunning that it doesn't matter that it looks like a music video. So we'll wait and see. The competition's kind of moved on as well, so maybe people are a bit more willing to kind of take that on this year. All right, let's move on to Germany. Germany, I like the look of the staging behind. There's the flames and the kind of boxes and stuff like that, which I think suit. And Isaac is all about the voice, and you can hear the quality in the voice, even in the little TikTok rehearsal here. He just has a fantastic voice, and this could get some cheeky jury points, I think, for Germany. Not sure about the public for this. I think we've got that same situation of Germany sending a good song, but not a great song, not something that's in people's top few to vote for, or even top 10 to vote for. But if everyone does like it enough, the juries could come for it, and he's just going to get out there and showcase his voice. And I don't think the staging is doing anything wow. It looks like it's just kind of complementing that performance, which I think is what you just want to do with this, because in a year with some bombastic stuff, just keeping it to the song, keeping to the voice could actually work quite well. So I think Germany's looks absolutely fine without me kind of getting particularly excited by it at this point. All right, here comes next is Sweden. We've seen it all before. This is Melfest, just at Melmo. And essentially it looks like they're not going to have any issues. I was like, how are they going to do this with the things, and then open it up, and then you've got the backdrop? But from all the pics and the TikToks, everything looks like it's going to be very much the same. And the difference that they have compared to Ollie is that they really do open up towards the end and become more of a stage performance rather than just a boxed in performance. Very, very, very clever. That's what you want, and that's their learnings from things like 2018 for Sweden, which didn't go so well in the public vote. So I think it looks really good, looks really slick, and people are sleeping on this a little bit. It does open the show, but it's really good at what it is. But there's not much more to kind of comment on because we've seen it all before. But most importantly, the people on the night wouldn't have seen it before, and this will have impact. All right, let's go off to France now. I like this. I think this looks good. I've always been a big fan of the French song and the chances of this, because, again, like a big well done ballad this year is going to stand out. And in other years, it could be dime a dozen, but this year, it stands out. I love all the white. I love that he's doing the a cappella moment where he steps back from the microphone and just does it. He creates a moment out of something that could be a ballad by numbers. So you create that moment, which will help the public vote. Well, because at the moment this looks like jury, and you always have question marks about French and French entries at the public vote. And I think this will work really well. It looks like it's kind of tightly done at points, but creating moments again, and some really tight shots on the camera, which look really nice as well. So far, I'm liking what I see, France, and I think they're looking more and more for a better result. I think this will stand out in its simplicity and its quality. And I love the white. The white looks really good and clean and nice. Who is next? Spain. Spain. This looks really good visually. Like, this looks really good. I think they've managed to make the Benidorm performance work really well for the Malmo stage. And a lot of people are struggling with the staging. So I think this really stands out. It's very much what they did. They've just applied it to Eurovision. And it looks really, really good. And she looks good. He looks good with the guitar. The dancers look good. They're doing their thing. It looks like it's all set up really quite well. So nice visual for Spain. I think we all have question marks about how this song is going to go. I think this will be well received in the stadium. I think people really like it. How much a pan-European audience and a jury is going to go for it is a big question mark. So let's wait until we see the vision from it. But so far, so good for Spain. And finally, Italy. Well, another one where we've it's a complete departure. Of course it is, because Sanremo is not about the Eurovision stage. It's very different. What I really like that they're coming for staging, and they've got dancers and they're creating moments. There's even some of the pyro kind of curtain stuff going on, which is really interesting for Italy. They're really trying again. This looks really impressive. I really like the backdrop, and I like her. And I think when it works, it looks really good. There could be clash on clash. It's quite a lot of pattern, and then what she's wearing is amazing. And it's just got to be careful to make sure it's not too clashy, that they complement each other. They're both visually very busy. This is Italy, right? They don't do things by halves. And I just think, from what I can see, I've seen some images that I'm like, oh, stunning. And I've seen some images where it's your Nunna's some Nunna's bathroom from 1968, where it's just patterns everywhere. So I don't know, it's a lot. But some people won't like it. I actually think it looks really good, and I think it can really work. I think it's allowing Angelina to come across as a pop star, rather just be on stage on her own as well. So they're really bringing it. I think they're staying about the same in the odds, or dropping a little, but I think it kind of elevates the whole performance, which is what we wanted, and you can just tighten things up a little bit. So yeah, I think, look, overall, good day for the Big Five in Sweden. I don't think anyone did a bad thing. I think, again, Germany's the weakest of the bunch, but they're doing what they can with that song. So overall, no thumbs down. I'd have to say I was probably most excited about UK, and in its simplicity, France. I think it suits it, and I have hope for Italy. And Sweden, just Sweden. All right, so that's it. And semi-final 2, all the run through is coming. I'm just waiting for the second video. All right, catch you later.